Insurgent. Now, if you don't know what that word means, it's because this film is irrelevant. No one cares about it. It's just really bad. And I know I said first Divergent was bad, but compared to this film, Divergent 1 is like a masterpiece. Theo James's magnum opus. The film opens with Kate Winslet. She's here and her bob is back. And she's spreading propaganda about the Divergent girlies, saying all like Divergents die, like they're bad, like get them, bring them here. And she's on like a really big screen and it's being broadcasted everywhere. And Cheeky Lizard, we know him, he pops up on screen and he's found something that looks like a box. He's found something. He goes, what is this? Like, I found it. Cut to the girlies and they are running. Dylan O'Brien's are running. They are absolutely going for it. They are running. They find Amity. Homegirl Tris starts tripping and she starts seeing all the dead people that have, like, because of her. And she goes, no! And then you kind of realise it was a dream. She wakes up and she's like in some shack somewhere. And then like we have like flashbacks. She like stands there, she's like pensive. We have flashbacks of her getting her hair chopped famously like she did in the first film. And she's just kind of standing and thing. And then she takes scissors and she starts going and she cuts her hair mad short. Like not like this, like this. New Tris just dropped. This one out the window. Now we have this dress. Short hair dress. And then she sees 4. He's like, what have you done? And she's like, I do not like it. And he's like, I like it. And then I'm just like, why? So turns out the dream wasn't fully a lie. They are shacking up at Amity. They're doing the work. They're like living the peaceful, loving life. And then we switch to Bob. The Bob is back, like I previously stated, and they're discussing this box, like the box that the lizard found. Turns out they need a divergent to open said box because only they can open the box for some reason. Plus, side note, Miles Teller is so real in this film. The Amity girlies, they're having a little chat and Tris is like, we need to kill Janine. And so now we're thinking, oh, the Bob is in trouble, like Tris is coming for her. Even though to me that doesn't seem like she's in that much trouble because realistically, what's Tris gonna do? So Miles Teller's like, yeah, but I'll stay here with Caleb so you don't get Caleb like you did your parents. And then Tris starts a scrap with Miles Teller. She starts fighting him. It was quite funny, I can't lie. And the Amity leader's not a happy bunny about this because like, you know, Amity's all like love, peace, affection. And then Tris is here starting a cheeky fight. Not cool. It's not cool. So not soon later, Dauntless, the girlies, they start storming Amity, trying to find all the divergents of the box, and we're like, okay, this means something. And famously, Lizard is here. So now the main girlies, like 4 and Tris and all the other ones, they all have to go and hide because famously they're fugitives. The others all kind of get caught. They all kind of get caught. However, Tris, Caleb and 4 were on the absolute Dylan O'Brien grind and they got away. Lizard is still mad that they lost the main girlies. We the big 3. Actually, Caleb is actually really sucks, so we're not going to talk about that. So Subway Surfers is back and the girls train hot. Caleb is a banana, so he starts a bit of a fight because there are famously people on the train who are like, who are you? And they start having a bit of a fight and Caleb gets into one. And then when Tris is getting absolutely like murdered and she's literally about to be pushed to shame, he just stands there in the corner like, he doesn't do anything to assist her or stop. It's 4 who comes in and is like, nope. Then everyone stops fighting and 4 is like, says his full like government name. He's like, Tobias Eaton. And they're like, oh, we know you. We know you. There's something happens, we can tell, because they're like, oh, you. So the guys jump off the train and arrive at some derelict looking location building. We're like, where are we? Holiday resort. Travaga. Turns out The main woman in charge of this derelict location place is Four's mum. So Mumsy Pops is trying to build an army. She is like Bob's rival. They're like 1v1ing. Triss has like a dream about being deadly. Well, you're just not, because you're just not. Like, you are Triss, and Triss sucks. The girls go to Candor, but Caleb's like, I'm not coming. The Dauntless squadron are hiding out on Candor, so they do like, Triss and Four have a little meet and greet moment. They meet the girls, they're like, oh my god, hey, like, how you been? Like, what's up? But the leader of Candor's like, you two need to go on trial for the crimes against abnegation, and then they're like, so they're injected with like a little truth serum, so they tell the truth, because if they don't tell the truth they feel pain. Four is not guilty, he's found innocent, and now it's Triss's turn. So the girl's struggling, she starts trying to not tell the truth because she accidentally with her friends, and her other friend was like, oh, where is he, like, have you seen him? She's like, no. But then she reveals the truth. She's like, oh, I killed Will. And Zoe Kravitz is pissed. She's like, so Bob is in her evil arc. She is like hurting the cheeky divergents to try to get them to open this box. So she puts them on like a trial for going through a simulation to get them to open this box. And then cut back to Triss. This random guy comes up to her and starts trying to like riz her. Then they start getting ambushed. They start getting shot. Bad news though, he's divergent and he's killed not 2 minutes later because he's a divergent. So yeah, Lizard is creepy and sucks, and like I said, he shoots the Rizzy 10% divergent man because he wasn't divergent enough, which I think is so rude. Then he turns to Triss, and turns out Triss is 100% divergent. Like 100. Come on now, they keep trying to make her like so special, but I just don't like her. And then Four comes in, and before Triss can get like swept away, for Lizard, and it's so fun. So Miles Teller is a backstabbing bitch, and he goes to Erudite to try to be besties with Janine, and like he's trying to give like top tips, like 5-minute crafts on how to capture Triss. The girl is at Derelict HQ. There's a bit of a crazy moment, and everyone's now debating, they're like, should we just give Triss to Erudite? Everyone's like, yes, and I'm also like, yes, but apparently not. Flip to like 2 minutes later, Triss wakes up from a slumber and she's going somewhere. She goes to, guess what, Erudite HQ, and hands herself over to Bob. She's like sacrificing herself because she's like, no one can get hurt because of me. And Bob is like, oh, you need to do sims to open this box. And famously Miles Teller is on Erudite's side, so he's like ushering over, and then Triss starts trying to scrap Miles Teller. And then she's about to kill him, and then Ginny's like, yeah, I don't care, you can kill him if you want. Like, no, you can't get rid of the best character. Even though Divergent would probably try and do that because it's just so shit. So Trespass is like, oh, then I know it's important, oh, myself. But then Caleb walks in, and turns out he switched to Erudite side. Traitor. So Triss begins the sim, and the first is Dauntless. And one thing I don't get is they put so much like technology into making the sim. Like, there are noodles that come out from the sky and like inject you into this thing, and you can like move. Why can't they use that technology to open the box? Like, surely if they had technology to make that and make a whole simulation, a realistic one where you can actually die in it, surely you could make technology to open a little box. She comes out the sim, and the Dauntless Gully storm Erudite HQ, but then it turns out it's still the sim, and she's just, this is the Erudite section, because she has to like figure out how to know whether it's reality or not, and it's crazy. And then Kate Winslet is so excited about this because she's like, oh my god, she's the one. Also, let me clarify. The Candor sim, basically she just told the truth. Like, her mum in the sim asked her a question, she was like, oh yeah. That was the whole Candor sim, like, where's the danger? So Caleb is a traitorous flop, but an Erudite girl boss. and he fully supports Bob. And we find out 4 has been absolutely kidnapped by Ada and is locked up in the building. So in the sim, Triss starts beating up Janine and she accidentally dies. Like, we think Triss is dead, like we see her and we think, oh. But it turns out she's alive. And it turns out Mars Teller helped her, which I love. I forget what his name is in the film. I think it's Peter, I think. But then, and Triss is like about to escape, but then she's like, wait, I need to finish the box. I'm like, are you dumb? You're literally about to escape and you need to finish the box. Loco. And in the sim, she starts having a scrap with herself because she's like, the real one you hit is you. And then she's like, it's an Amity one, so she needs to be kind. And then she somehow passes, I forget how, the box opens, and the message inside the box is basically that divergence equals not bad, divergence equals good. They prove a good thing. And Janine's like, she's like, whoopsie. Then she's like, don't kill these people and don't show anyone this message so people can like keep believing the Bob. And then Janine is arrested by the derelict girlies and Mumsy Pops' army. And the message is blasted to everyone in the Divergent cinematic universe. The DCU, if you will. I'm pretty sure Mumsy Pops kills Janine. I'm pretty sure she ends the Bob, and I'm actually quite sad about it. That is the end of the second film. To be fair, not a lot actually happened in this film. Like, it's just such a forgettable film. It's just not a lot went on. Like, even though the first one to me is not great, it is like miles better than the second. I don't know, it's just so bad. Anyway, I'll leave you to think these things through. Bye now.